Hey, so I'm going to give you an update on Falcor here. The van's coming along nicely. We got a lot of hours into it. It's been a lot of work. In between our jobs and having to close on our house, we haven't had a ton of time to do the videos like we've liked to. We definitely wanted to break it down more as we did each piece, and it's just been too chaotic to really do that, and stuff's been flying everywhere. My driveway is full of sawdust pretty much daily, so it's been pretty nuts. So let me show you how Falcor is looking. So right now we've got pretty much all the basis is in. We've got the cabinets and our bench situated, our fridge, and then all these cubbies in here. And the bed platform is in. So pretty much the bones of the van are done, which is super awesome. Insulating it was definitely the biggest pain in the butt. All the nooks and crannies. We're glad we did it, but it was definitely a pain. For the floor, we ended up using, you can see here, it's like a vinyl rubber flooring. It's like a 30-year commercial type floor. And all it has is sticky stuff around the edges, and you just slap it down. So that went fairly easy. It was one of the easier things we've done so far. So it's pretty cool to be in here now, looking at all of this. We've definitely made a bunch of modifications. I think we've redone the inside of this van like 10 times. Coming in at night, spending time in it, figuring out, how we want things to work. Something that we just changed is the refrigerator. So this beast right here. So this is our Dometic off-grid refrigerator. Each side, so fridge freezer side, pops up. You can see inside there. Pretty awesome setup. That will pretty much run off of our solar panels, our Goal Zero solar panels. One thing we decided is that this thing is gigantic and it's taking up a lot of space. So you can see here we started off with just having a seat. Billy really wanted to have a seat right here, so he ended up having that. And the more we sit in it, the more we're like, wow, it'd be cool to have more space, and maybe we can do something with this wall. So we're actually going to be putting the Dometic under the bed in that little space there, which was originally supposed to be my clothes hanging space. But we're actually going to just put it right there on a little bit of a platform, a few inches off the ground. And then a piece of this platform here, maybe like 10 to 12 inches in, will be a flap that flips over and opens up. And that will be our access into the fridge below. We figure we don't really need to get into the fridge or freezer while we're sleeping. So why have it out in the open when it could be stored underneath? So that means we're going to end up having to cut the bed in half into two pieces. And we'll have to have them upholstered so they're easily removable and they don't get foam everywhere. The last time we broke up a foam bed, it like fluttered everywhere, and we ended up learning that a turkey cutter was like the best tool to use because of the reticulating blade to chop up the bed. So we're gonna work on that, and this bad boy is gonna be going under that bed platform. We've still got to finish up our our counter space here. So this will be like the kitchen area. I'm gonna actually mount a TV bracket right here that comes down, flips up and down, and that way when we're in our seated space directly across, we can watch something if we want to. But up here there's a really tiny sink going up on this counter, and then my 2-burner propane stove. So pretty basic. You'll notice we don't have like a shower in here, and that's because we've decided to just have an outdoor shower, which is off this driver's side of the van. Most of the time we're going to be in warm climate, so we decided that an outdoor shower was fine. As far as the bathroom goes, yes, we're going to have a pretty basic compostable toilet. And we got one of those pop-up privacy tents, and we can just use that outside or use a public restroom or what have you. But we decided not to make that a super big deal or give any space really to that in the van. We're going to have a spot under the bed here on the exterior side where that will be stored. But as far as using it in the van, that's just not something that either of us could really see happening. And since we're going to warm climate, for the most part, we decided, you know, let's just deal with that way for now. And we're sure things will evolve as it goes along, but for right now, that's going to be the deal for that. So the toilet room is getting its own pop-up tent. So this is how things are looking right now. We've got a couple of really long days into this project so far. We've definitely learned that the little nooks and crannies and the edges and all of that have been a lot harder to work with than we thought. Sometimes you're not dealing with a straight line or a perfectly round edge, so that's been pretty interesting to deal with. The storage, obviously you want to make sure that your storage is going to stay where you put it while you're in transit. So I've decided with these, I'm going to put bungee cords up across each. I've measured them off so that I get the right size. Originally I was going to put dowels up in between, but I want something that comes down and has some, you know, elasticity to it. So there's tons of storage in this van. I almost want to say there's almost as much as there is in the tiny house, but we'll see how that all plays out when I start packing stuff into this baby. But super pumped. We still have exterior work to do. We still have to put our gray water underneath, and our fresh water is going to also go under the bed. So there's still a lot to do. The solar panels have not made it on the roof yet. Weather's definitely been closing in. We have rain coming, so working on the exterior has been a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it's coming down to the wire. We've roughly got like 3 weeks until we head off on our journey here to the West Coast. So keep following, and I'll keep updating as much as I can. Thanks, guys.